back away the stress.
You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab round man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, 133.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Mayfield now from the 50. He's got Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. That one a first down pickup of 8. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're...
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Say it. I got it.
Now a give, right side. Pittman. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
Switch. Check three. Watch motion.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
36.
Now Leonard Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. From the 38, Foles completes it to Lee. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Now Foles looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joe Schobert, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Foles. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Foles. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, alert!
Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He's got his man on the crossing route. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's 4th down.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. A big play that time out of Chubb. 59 yards for him on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Check 3, check 3.
Run.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Kareem Hunt, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Pittman, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Foles going to come up now, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll set up a throw. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, Keaton. Check motion. Curl.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lee. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Following the interception, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Line 36! Line 36! Rip left! Hurry, hurry! 36 to Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
Mayfield on 1st down. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
180! 36! Go! Watch 36! Hey, avoid 33!
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's second down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. A toss play to Chubb. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. The kick by Bryant is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sione Takitaki gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
And it's third down. Third and 14.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a third and long after that sack.
Number 54.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
I got you. Motion, motion. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try the left side. Pittman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Second and 10. Throw right side of the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Fournette, a first down carry. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check. Lucky.
2nd and 3. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Push him back.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Lambo is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points. In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Bravo! 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Come on, baby. Let's see. Hurry!
They run again on first down. Chubb. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Pistol. Point it right. Check the hot read. Hey, Foxtrot.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Run. Hey, seam six. Coming this way. Here we go.
They'll run with Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Kelvin Smith on the tackle. No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 7-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Focus, defense, focus.
They'll look to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. From the 44, Foles into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 59 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the drive.
Hey, defense, let's go.
On first down, Pittman up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so
Touchdown, Jaguars! Leonard Fournette, 78 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's got some space here. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's to the right side and completes to Njoku. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Get in the way.
Go.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And get that to Fournette, complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ringo. 13.
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
12.
Now Foles. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Damian Bradley. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? Here we go, DQ.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Browns, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.